This is not. Forgiveness is not justifying the other person's actions. Forgiveness is not forgetting it. Forgiveness is not tolerating it, saying, well, you know, everybody makes...
This is J.H. Podcast, B-A-B-Y, Jaws Baby of the Wild Greenberry Art House. This is the Itty Bitty Podcast, where creativity thrives. Don't think me lazy, L-A-Z-Y. I really don't use the word in my normal everyday vocabulary and vernacular and all that thing, spitting it out. But listen, we're gonna ride with this. How I don't know. I gotta find the right word, the righteous word, this holy word, this voice, this strong, this God's word coming through this man in
no
human
longer
form.
hold it against them anymore.
We're gonna ride with this
now,
for a little bit, just
that,
for a second.
Everything is absolutely correct between us?
I can't
not
say
necessarily,
you,
because
Stan.
you see, listen carefully. You and I
Can you?
are not responsible for someone's response to our forgiveness. You may be forgiving. God may heal you, and the other person who did something to you may not ever be healed. They might not be interested in healing. Their malice is just as strong today as it was yesterday. And so therefore they may never change. But you know what? You and I are responsible for changing no matter what the other person does. We are not responsible for another person's actions. They are responsible for their own responses. They give an account to God for their own responses. And you say, well, suppose it's somebody that hurt me a long time ago and they live in a distant state. Or maybe what they did to you, you could not even begin to share with anyone else.
Yeah, that's my shadow.
Suppose they died.
I know.
Then what? And I think of the tragedies. Now, here's a real tragedy. I think of the tragedies, the things that happen between children and their parents. And then the parent, for example, the father or mother dies, and this bitterness and resentment and hostility, they say, now what do I do? Have I got to live with this?
That is the question. Now, what do I do? Now, what do I do? That's up for you and I to decide today. This is Wild Greenberry. Forgive me. Let me throw mine out there first so I can get off of this Wild Greenberry eventually too. This is J.H. Podcast, B-A-B-Y, Jaws Baby of the Wild Greenberry Art House. Dealing with this Itty Bitty Podcast today. We didn't have our last guest, our last paper guest, Charles the Stallion, didn't show up. So yeah, man. One love, where creativity thrives.